Support for Radio Friends comes from OsteoStrong. Improvements in bone density, strength, and power can be achieved by weekly 5-minute no-sweat sessions on their 4-Spectrum machines. These isometric robotic machines safely emulate high-impact loading on different parts of the skeletal system, which stimulates activity in bone-building cells. Balance and agility can be improved by 2-minute sessions on vibration plates. Every session is supervised by a trained coach. Learn more on Facebook or call to set up a complimentary wellness assessment and session. Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on Thursday, February the 9th. My friend Marilyn McLeod is with us from the League of Women Voters. Good to have you here, Marilyn.
Oh, good to be here. Thank you.
You've got Lunch and Learn you want to talk about?
Always.
Yeah, okay. So what do we got today?
Month. Well, on February 14th, which is a Tuesday at noon, online only, we will have our regular Lunch and Learn, which we co-sponsor with the Columbia Library. And the topic will be about climate action.
Okay.
And about how the city of Columbia, we hope, will move toward 100% renewable energy by 2030. So
by 2030? Is that what the plans are for the city?
That's what we hope will happen.
Now, that would be pretty outstanding.
Yes, it would.
By 2030, complete renewable energy for the city of Columbia. So what's it going to take to get that done?
Well, we have a speaker, Carolyn Amperin, who is president of the local Sierra Club, and she will be talking about it and how it might be achieved, and also take questions if it's on, if you attend online.
Okay.
So
that will be on February the 14th.
Right.
Lunch and Learn, what time?
At noon.
At noon. That's Valentine's Day.
I know.
Okay.
Well, your heart should be in climate action.
All right. What else have we got?
Okay. Well, believe it or not, there'll be an election in April, in case you haven't noticed press about it. On April 4th, there'll be an election. And if you have not yet registered to vote, I mean, if you're registered to vote locally, you're fine,
yeah.
Right? But if you're not, this is the time to do it. And the deadline for that is March 8th. So get that done before March 8th if you want to be sure to vote in that April election.
Okay, so if you're new to the community and you haven't registered to vote yet, and you want to vote in April the 4th, you got to register by March 8th.
Right.
Okay.
And actually, in the elections now, there's a couple of weeks ahead of the election where you can vote in person. And that we'll just have to watch for the information on that.
Right, I did that. I did that in November, and it's really very nice.
It is.
I voted, I think it was 2 weeks ahead of time or a week ahead of time, and you go down to the city-county building, right, and they've got it all set up. I guess they don't call that absentee voting, do they?
They call it absentee in person, something like that. It has a long name.
Really, it's very nice.
Yes.
And you don't have to have an excuse for that. You can just go and do it.
Exactly.
Okay.
I think people will love it once they know about it. And that was the first election with that. So this one in April will also happen. So that's a
if
great
you're going to be
thing.
out of town, or if it's not convenient for you to vote on election day, you can go down and vote in person at the Boone County.
The government center, and I would watch for publicity because sometimes they'll do it in other locations and give you the times.
Now, is this only for Boone County, or are all the other counties setting this up too?
It's state law.
It is?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. All right. We're just about out of time. Is there anything else you wanted to mention?
Just because I may not be here before March, that on March 7th, the league will be and the library will be co-sponsoring Candidate Forum. Okay. And that will be on Zoom and also live. So watch for information. Go to our website and there'll be information.
If you want more information, the website to go to is lwvcbc.org.
Great.
Marilyn, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, now I want to introduce you to Tim Reinbott. Tim's been here many times over the past. He is with the Missouri Agriculture Experimental Station with the university. Always a pleasure to have you here, Tim.
Well, thank you, Paul.
We were talking before we came on. We're both so excited about spring coming in a couple of months. We start working in the garden again. But you're here today to talk about this podcast that you have.
Yes. You know, Paul, you really influenced me on this. I've been watching you for over 30 years, and I've been interested how you went from television and radio to social media and how you reached out to so many folks. And then a light bulb just clicked on last February that people get so much information from different ways, but also podcast.
Yeah.
How you really delve into to deep on topics. So we started to get together with folks, and we developed our own podcast.
So what is the podcast dealing with?
It's mostly dealing with what's happening in the Ag Experiment Station. So how that relates to us, whether it's everything from animal sciences to breeding, soybean breeding to vegetables.
Yeah.
So we deal with everything.
Oh, we're looking here for the folks
Yes.
watching on television or on the web. There you are at your podcast.
That's right.
Set up. Who is your guest right there?
Kevin Bradley.
Yeah.
He's our weed scientist, and we're talking about what should farmers be looking for this coming year.
Now, on this podcast, is it geared towards a specific audience or anybody that likes to piddle out in the soil? Are they going to get something out of it?
Sure. You know, some of them are going to be very specific, like what Kevin's talking about. But we also have 5 to 10 minute weekly videos, and that's everything from tomatoes and sweet corn and pollinators to soybeans.
Really? So you will have information about people who like to garden.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you know me, I got to have all of it.
Right. So how do we listen or go to this podcast?
Well, we're on YouTube, and it's Missouri Agricultural Experiment Station YouTube channel, and it's called Tim's Take.
Tim's Take. So if you just go to YouTube and put in MOAES or just the Missouri Agricultural Experimental Station.
That's right.
And Tim's Take will come up, and all of your podcasts are there?
They are, as well as the video stories.
So is each one listed as what the topic is,
Yes,
so you
it
can
is.
watch what you want?
Yes, it is. Yes,
Okay.
it is.
How many do you have?
Well, we started in November, so we have 4 podcasts now, once every month, and we're trying to increase those as we go, and then our weekly video stories. So we got 16 of those out now.
Now, what are the video stories?
Oh, those are the 5 or 10 minute video stories at everything from gardening to soybeans.
You're going to continue this into the foreseeable future?
Oh gosh, yes, and we have to have the people behind the scenes, like Cheryl Riker is what does all the work.
Yeah.
She's the one that edits it and gets it all together to make it nice and clean.
Okay, where do you record it?
They're at South Farm. We made our own studio. You remember the shed?
Yes, just Chad. Is that where you are?
Very similar place, yes.
Okay, Tim's Takes, and we're also looking at a caricature of Tim Reinbott. Tim, thank you so much for coming by.
Paul. I appreciate
Pleasure
it.
visiting with you. If there's something that you would like to hear or see, I would love to hear from you. Drop me an email. That's pepperp@missouri.edu. When you go out and about today, be nice to each other and make sure you wear a smile, too. Bye-bye.